I'm live. I like to do that.
Yeah, I can see you streaming.
God, something must have reset in you because that means it must have got the signal from OBS to start. And I hate that OBS can. Yeah, for some reason auto.
Mm.
Okay, whatever. Hello, awkward start to chat. More Dark Souls today because I need a break from first. Alright, so anyways, subjects of the discussion that we meant to get into rather than sitting there fiddling like a boomer. How goes the audiobook? Mentioning that. I have Akaso on with me.
Yeah, what's up? The Chernocaster audiobook out on August 15th is going. It's going well. It's just the ups and downs of production. I would say like we haven't had any severe problems. Like the worst thing we've had happen is that some of the some of the effects there was a miscommunication about what I wanted one out of the effects, and we had to fix that, and that was basically it.
Remember
Otherwise,
to.
I'm just kind of listening through all the chapters as we get them and trying to catch any mispronunciations and stuff like that. Which you really wouldn't expect that to be so mentally draining, but it is. I don't know why.
I mean, it's a form of editing. Editing always sucks, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah, true. But yeah, I've got like so far it's done up to chapter 15. I don't remember exactly how many chapters the yeah, so it's three quarters done. The first volume has 20 chapters.
How long are your chapter lengths? Because I just finished volume 5 of Undying Emperor, and it came out at 29 chapters.
Um, it varies. Usually they end up like between 3 and 6,000 words apiece.
Okay, those are hefty chapters, though. Mine are usually just shy of 2,000.
Yeah, because they're long because I write just continuously and then chop it up to fit the railroad, or I chop it up to fit a longer chapter format for the book. So it's kind of arbitrary, admittedly, but yeah, it ended up with 20 chapters. I gotta just put them wherever it feels like it fits.
I know, I find that so weird because I really thought that hit would have killed her. I go into my chapters like with a specific intent of this is what is happening in this chapter, and that helps me keep them at a specific length so I can have steady output with my weekly chapters.
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
So, as I recall, last time we spoke, by the way, this arced sword is not doing me favors right now.
Hmm. That's a warped sword.
Warp sword.
The arced sword is the the, the fucking curve.
How did that dude survive? Where is his health bar? And that is why I stopped playing.
Why you're having problems. That moveset is dog shit. With the upward swipe at the start, that's not a good move. That's not a good opener. You honestly, if you want a curved sword, you honestly might be better off just getting a scimitar. Looking at that moveset. Also, not so fun fact. You know how that shield you have gives you stamina regen?
It does not give complete damage reduction.
No, it does that also, but it also doesn't give you enough stamina regen to offset the stamina regen reduction that its weight gives you.
That was
So
happening.
Yeah. Oh. Let me boot up GS2 and see if I can get summoned.
Yeah, so right now I'm just trying to get my my feel for the game again. Because it's been 3 weeks since I played this. I'll go back to where we left off when we were playing.
It's probably been like a week and a half or so for me.
How did I just got body blocked into it.
Because there's body blocking in DS2.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I got that. Just skill.
Right, so you basically missed like half of Lost Bastille last time we were playing.
Alright, so I don't understand how, though. I don't remember any area I didn't go.
There's a bunch of stuff that we didn't do in Lost Bastille. There's a whole boss that we didn't do.
Also, hello, Dreadwolf and Akos.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna put my sign down at Macduff's.
At what?
At the blacksmith.
Alright, I'll be right there. Royal Greatsword. Dude, why are there so many archers here? What the fuck was that? Backpedaling. Backpedaling into an... Okay, so I mentioned... You're in my Discord, right? For the book club. By the way, link in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in there.
Did you notice my comment about in there that I have a shit post of an idea for a video game?
I don't believe so. Yeah, no, you posted that today. I wouldn't have noticed.
Oh, wow. I don't remember the strategy for getting through this. And this moveset is making me consider going back to the Flaming Greatsword.
Go. So go back to it if it's a problem. I've switched through like 5 different weapons while I was playing.
Alright, so. This idea is not particularly serious, but that's also kind of why it's a good idea. I think it would be hilarious. And there are degrees of stupidity that it can be taken. What is that, the game where it's, the Chinese warriors, like Dynasty Warriors or some shit?
Dynasty Warriors, that's what it's called, yeah.
Okay. I gotta stop taking the shortcut.
Yeah, the original is Dynasty Warriors, and there's a shitload of spin-offs.
Right. So, gameplay would be somewhat like that, because I have played that, 20. Where you're playing a heroic commander, but you're also kind of leading an army, through scenarios and stuff. Except instead of, ancient-ass China, it's America right after the Revolutionary War. And demons are invading. And just go full fucking like camp with it.
You know, there's so many Musou games that it's possible there is one vaguely like that. But the sheer number of those games is just insane.
So something that actually struck me as like this might actually be a successful idea is I don't think the Black Powder era has like any representation.
In Musou games, specifically?
Uh,
Or in games in general?
in games in general.
Yeah, I get that. Because you can't really do an FPS because they're reloading.
Yeah, that's why I went to Muso style for the idea. The idea is that you're commanding, rank and file. Why didn't I? You've got to be kidding me. Oh, I was at Stride Cell. That was stupid.
Which bonfire are you at?
I'm at the blacksmith.
Okay, I'm gonna go there and put my sign down.
Yeah, Akos knows what's up. John Adams is Risswig fighting off demon anime moves. You can actually get quite a variety because the obvious setup would be that the core of the demon invasion is in the west, just beyond the colonies, so it actually hits the Native Americans first, and forces like mixed unit militias. Apparently, I can't use the blacksmith because I don't have an ember.
Yeah, the ember is. It's in the zone, but you can't. You have to actually go into the zone from a different place.
Interesting.
If you want to unlock infusions and use of that blacksmith, you have to go back to the Forest of Fallen Giants, kill the pursuer, and then go past him, and then sit down in a nest, and then an eagle will carry you to a place that you can't, to a bonfire in this zone that you can't access otherwise. And the ember is just there in a chest.
Okay, well, let's try and do that.
Okay, in that case, I'm gonna go to the forest.
If you can help me figure out where to go. So I just went to the Forest of Fallen Giants, the central bonfire. Yeah, so I think that would be like a really like actually interesting twist on demons, but modern military. Because it's not fantasy, it's not modern, but you still get to do a lot of interesting things. You still have guns, you still have a chance.
Yeah, so in the forest, you go down the ladder and then go outside where the giant sword is stuck in the side.
Okay, am I going to summon you for this, or is this a knockout real?
You can summon me.
Oh, I don't see any summon sign.
I didn't put one down. I'm gonna put one down in front of the boss. So go down, and then there, where there's the door, you know, the one to the right. No, down the ladder. Yeah, then right.
Are you talking about over here with the locked door?
The other way.
The other way.
The way you were going.
Oh, and corollary to this whole idea is bring in all the founding fathers. Absolutely ripped.
Okay, so you're gonna go outside and then up. No. Then,
I don't think I had been in that room.
I don't know if there's anything in that room actually. But you go outside, there's two spearmen at the door.
Yep, countered them.
And then there's a door to the side next to a staircase.
Wait, is this unlocked now? Oh, the soldier's key opens this?
It should. It opened. Something I got in the zone opened it for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's a bunch of Royal Swordsmen up the way, and you just clear that. And then there's a fog gate eventually.
Yeah, Akaz is calling it gunpowder fantasy, which is probably the appropriate term to use for it.
Yeah, that fits. That checks out.
Oh, I just got Royal Swordsman armor. Wonder if that's fine. You know what I haven't done, because I'm an idiot? I haven't ranked up my armor.
My sign should show up. You went in.
So I'm not supposed to go through the fog gate?
I mean, go ahead. I just put my sign down.
I mean, it looks like I'm in a fight.
Yeah. You can
What?
shoot him with the ballista if you want, if you can line it up. It takes off like 3/4 of his health.
Oops, that was the First Descendant. Ah, I've been playing a lot of First Descendant. Ooh, that's a lot.
Once you get his timing down, he's... This boss is kind of like a bicycle. Like once you figure him out, you're not gonna die to him again.
Well then. I think I'm changing back to the other sheet. Alright, so where is your summon sign?
It's right in front of the boss door. If you can't see it, I might be too high level.
Playing without me.
A bit.
So, oh, I lost my human status, didn't I? Dying.
Yeah.
That would probably be why. You might be too high a level.
There is a way to fix this.
Grind?
There's a what?
Ah, telling me to grind?
No, you can just go back to my July and buy the name engraved ring from the cat.
If I die again, I will. How about that?
Okay.
Oh, you want me to go back?
No, I said okay.
Ah, he flies. Okay, this is I see what you mean. This is not a particularly challenging boss fight. Unless I fall off the ledge.
You can even parry him pretty easily.
I mean, I have the side dodge. Oh, barrel. I have the side dodge pretty well timed out. Ring of Blade. Oh. Actually, you saw. Hey, John, how's it going?
Okay, so now there's a nest to the right on the ledge up there, but you don't want to go there yet because if you drop down, you can get an armor set.
So I assume there's some deep lore about these.
They're dead giants from the giant war. That's the lore. The kingdom had a war against giants and their corpses, and they turn into trees. Like that's it.
So is that a good armor set?
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's heavy, but it's good.
Neat.
Fuck, I'm sneezing too much. I can't actually cough today. Sneezing way too much.
Alright, so that gets me the Ember, which gets me the Blacksmith.
It should, yeah. And then there's also a route to another part of the level where you can fight the Ruin Sentinels, which are like dudes in armor. They're dudes in armor. And that's where you get the key that you need to actually unlock the light braziers in the Lost Sinners fight. The boss room for the Ruin Sentinels also has a stupid number of those push-in secret doors. Like a really stupid number of them.
Alright, so once I get back to a bonfire, I'll go back to buy the ring. Or the name engraved ring. By the way, you were messaging me on Wednesday, right at the end of the stream about half-assed fantasy. So I am curious, what series has you bothered?
Oh god, do I even remember? Fuck. It's not even a specific series, it's a trope that I've noticed a lot in web fiction. It's modern speech in fantasy. Modern slang, especially, and like just the assumption that people have vaguely modern sensibilities, and for lack of a better term, Reddit writing. Like, you know what I mean when I say Reddit writing. I can't.
I don't read nearly as much trash as, well, I believe I do now.
Yeah, it's generally stuff like assumptions of morality, assumptions of how people talk, assumptions of God, there was something that really annoyed me. I forget what.
Oh, I should probably buy the Silver Cat ring.
Yeah, that's for dropping down the pit. Once you want to go down the pit, you're gonna have to get naked because your equip load increases your fall damage.
Okay, so we need to be in the same covenant for the name engraved ring to work?
Well, you need to have the same name set on the ring. But I actually closed Dark Souls. As I said, I'm sneezing way too much right now to co-op.
Oh, okay. You're just gonna backseat?
Yeah, I've been muting myself constantly throughout the stream. That's because I'm sneezing so much.
Well, that is one way that, struggle, I guess. So, the thing is that, I would say the quintessential trope that, opposite of the Reddit writing is the, like, oh, first thing I do in the other world is buy a slave girl. Right? Oh, well, it's not... Why are you bringing such modern sensibilities in, right?
Cooler writing. Yeah, that's kind of just trash. It's not even a specific issue, it's just trash. There's a Pursuer encounter down there, by the way. Like, down there, you can drop down and there's a Pursuer there.
Oh, there's a chest. I didn't even see the chest.
Yeah. He shows up when you go to open it.
Yeah, I can sense that.
go, fuck boy.
That ledge
It's
is
already-
scaring the hell out of me.
Yeah, you can see smoking. That means he can shoot projectiles at you.
Thanks for the warning.
Sometimes he starts like that, and if he doesn't, then if he gets you with his glowing curse stab, then that's when he gets the power state.
That glowing curse stab.
Yeah, no, the blue one. Yeah, that one. Look, I'm going off of delay here.
So I'm not live streaming direct to you because I thought we'd be co-oping. That wouldn't be necessary. So you're now on a a 15-second delay.
That's fine. I was expecting to be copying as well, but then Hay Fever decided no. That's the one.
Free damage. Can you do me a favor and read that big comment Akos just left?
Modern speech really undercuts the atmosphere of a story. Worse, it often lacks personality of its own. Agreed.
Where did dogs come from?
Sorry, what the fuck? What was that noise?
Bro, this is not good.
Dogs.
Is this drop down safe?
No. That's a
Oh god, there's more!
On the upside, he cannot go through the door. And the dogs in Dark Souls 2 are actually fine. They're the easiest dogs in any Dark Souls game. Still dead. That's fine.
Literally, I was just at the point in the fight where I was just like, I should back off and use an Estus flask. And then a dog came to eat my asshole. Then I retreat into an exploding barrel.
Okay, I remembered what annoyed me. It was when people go and write progression fantasy and there's no detail whatsoever in the progression. Especially when it's like wuxia zhansha, when it's martial arts or cultivation. That especially like really pisses my cereal when it markets itself as wuxia zhansha, and then there's no focus on the martial arts or on the cultivation. Like, what the fuck are you doing, dude?
So what, they just level up?
No, like there's surface level stuff like names of techniques and that kind of thing in realms, but there's no focus on the actual details of it, which is a huge part of the appeal for me. So like I've been recommended really well regarded Zhansha stories, both Eastern and Western ones, and I just kind of dropped them a couple tens of thousands words in because I noticed that there was no focus on the actual cultivation. It was just all comedy or it was all politics and stuff like that, and it felt like the cultivation was just kind of going on passively in the background.
Well, you gotta level up for your combat, man. I did not think that it would hit me that close.
Just heal. His recovery animations from that is super long.
That despawns him?
Yeah, he just leaves sometimes if you go out of his area. I didn't know that the spawn flag was this close though. This makes sense.
I feel robbed.
He drops Twinkling Titanite.
Yeah, and I want that Twinkling Titanite. I can't even go back to the bonfire.
On the upside, if you rest, he'll show up again.
But I can't go back to the bonfire because I dropped down a ledge to get here.
There's another ladder.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. No, not okay. isn't
Oh yeah,
accessible.
You actually can't go back. Huh.
Is this death or is this a secret? This
You,
is
that's
what?
death. You're not supposed to be able to go that way.
Okay.
So just pop a homeward bone. In the meanwhile, I'm gonna be right back.
Got it. So, chat. You don't. Where am I? Here. Oh, here. Got it. If you don't read my web novel, I just finished the 5th act, and I don't mean like part of a 3-act structure. I mean basically a full novel's worth of content. I finished this arc of Undying Emperor this past Monday. I am looking forward to the discussion chapter that I'm gonna post. Because Act 5 included a lot of information about the dynamic between the weird and the ancient. I want to see what people make of that. It also sets up the new arc. I love when enemies follow me into NPC.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. I upgraded my arm. I'm going back to the person. So we've spoken before about various more explicit cultivation stories I've had. Like I think at one point I mentioned that I was thinking of doing a cyborg style one where they're recovering like enhancements and augments and stuff from like a sci-fi dystopia type of deal. Never really pursued that. But that definitely would bypass, like, I think that would give all the nice things of cultivation without me needing to learn. Honestly, it doesn't.
How far does your understanding of the general ideas behind cultivation go?
Not far.
Just from osmosis, how much have you sucked up?
There's a bunch of phases that you need to cultivate so you can unlock more of your chi, going through your body so you can, attain martial prowess, and with it, that's supposed to come with, oh, that's dangerous. It's supposed to come with, mental improvements because you're refining your soul and such. Son of a bitch. Stuff like that.
Close enough. Fundamentally, it's basically just the idea of training super hard until your ass cheeks can clap faster than sound, took to the logical extreme.
Yep.
Like the idea of a swordsman doing one swing until he can use that swing to cut a mountain. That's Xianxia and Wuxia. Xianxia is just the high fantasy version of it.
So, is there a particular difference between the stories that super rely on like materials and artifact gear versus ones that are more chi focused?
There's a difference in how the narrative is spaced, but usually there's heavy reliance on resources in one way or another. Like, limited resources and fighting over limited resources is a very common trope in Jansha. Not so in Wuxia. Wuxia is usually typical revenge, chivalry, justice, that type of thing.
I think I've mostly read stuff that is considered tower climbers and more lit RPG than cultivation, but there's so much overlap when authors
There's a
are.
lot of overlap. Yeah. There is indeed a lot of overlap. A lot of, let's do this genre with this thing. Because why not? Because I like both things, so I want to have both.
I was actually going to choose Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint for the book club until I found out that the legal English translation for the novel doesn't release until like September. But I'm a big fan of that, and I think that is basically halfway between cultivation and lit RPG. Because
Like,
so much of it.
realistically, if you wanted to do a Western cultivation story, you could do that without ever reading Shansha. I'm being honest. Like, you could just pull out some Western mysticism and then just kind of let it stew and pull stuff out of your ass and kind of vaguely base your cultivation system based on that, and it would work because that's what Shansha did with Taoism. Fundamentally, Shansha is not like some monolithic thing. Every novel varies hugely in terms of how cultivation actually works. Like, the most consistent pattern is the first, like, 4 stages: Chi Gathering, Foundation Establishment, Golden Core, and Nascent Soul. And those are consistent because they are detailed in actual Taoist internal alchemy texts. And even then, they vary somewhat. Sometimes before Chi Gathering, you have a body refinement stage, like actual physical training and stuff like that. Sometimes core formation is actually 2 stages: core formation and golden core. It basically depends on what the author wants to do, really.
Fair
And
enough.
past Nascent Soul, you're kind of on your own. There's a lot of variation, and a lot of it is really fucking boring because Chinese authors don't know how to into world building.
Dude, I swear they just fucking slap the Murim worlds into their book and then they're.
Yeah, a lot of the time it's just kind of painting by numbers to get the word count up.
The world of word count web novels baffles me. I don't understand that kind of consumer.
But I need my 3,000 word chapters twice a day, or I'll fucking have meth withdrawals.
Like, if I had to be putting out that much regularly, the story would be terrible.
Oh yeah, it is. Jansha novels are infamous for word count padding by doing stuff like repeating information or writing out characters' long titles over and over again. I'm gonna shill again here, but it's not mine, so it's okay. I'm gonna shill a Regressor's Tale of Cultivation because it's Korean, so the translation is much smoother, and because it doesn't do the word count thing. And it's generally just really good. Like, there's obviously some rough edges because it's still a web novel and it's still translated, but overall it's fantastic in my opinion.
What's the name of it?
A Regressor's Tale of Cultivation. It's
Oh, that's
translated.
I thought you were describing it, not naming it.
That's the title, yeah.
Every once in a while, I find something that's so niche. Have I ever, and yet it so works for me as a consumer. Have I spoken to you about a regressor's past life? Or it has like I forgot to get that. It has like actually the stupidest name, but it's the one where he goes back in time to be to become a billionaire.
Um, you don't have any reason to go down here. You've already killed the last sinner.
Well, I seem to be doomed.
Yeah, you're fucked. You're stuck. You can use a homeward bone if you want.
That is
Save
what
your
I'm doing.
souls.
Yeah, the idea is like the super generic. Oh, there's a gate break and interdimensional monsters are opening or invading Earth through these dungeons, and we gotta be heroes and form into guilds and clear the last dungeon to save the world. Except actually, the most powerful heroes don't want to save the world, because they want all the power.
Yeah, no, I've I've found it very interesting how those dungeon break things are basically Shadowrun. They're always Shadowrun. That's what Shadowrun is, and it did it like 20 years ago.
The twist with this one though is that it's all economics focused. Because, like, yes, he does train and he is very good in a dungeon, but he's fully aware that killing the monsters isn't really the critical aspect. It's maintaining control. So he goes back to like when he's like a 4-year-old child is when he regresses, and uses all of his future knowledge to like exploit the collapse of Japan's economy in the 80s, Korea's collapse.
So
Clearly the Rothschilds are characters.
oh shit! You reminded me of a manga I wanted to read.
Yeah, he I think he like shorted stocks on oil right before 9/11.
Yeah, it reminded me of a manga called Akumetsu.
Ah,
Where
yeah, that's a fun.
yeah, where the main character literally has an army of clones of himself, and it's about killing actual real politicians.
Are they
But it's
actually
like
real politicians? Because as
yes,
a fucking
like it's
excuse me?
equivalent. The, okay, no, they're
What the fuck
the
just
names are different.
happened? Why did the cat does the cat ring break or something?
No, because when you died, your health went down by enough that the fall killed you.
But I wasn't taking damage. I have the catfall ring. Silver cat ring.
You took like 90% of of your health on the first fall because you're wearing a bunch of armor. The ring reduces fall damage; it doesn't negate it. If you want to survive, you're gonna have to take off all your armor.
What's the unequip button?
Square.
Motherfucker, I have an Xbox controller.
Fucking X. While your mouse
No, that's
is
show
over,
item info. None of these is unequip.
go back. Go back to the main inventory menu.
Oh. Okay. Not gonna lie, I did not realize the first fall damage.
Yeah. Where was I? Right. So Akumetsu is basic. The politicians and like the financiers, the names are different and the appearances are different, but they're barely different at all. They're changed enough that they can't sue the manga author, basically. Like it's basically like a guy writing a anime man going and assassinating Bo Jaiden and Killary Frump and stuff like that.
And I assume he was. So I was quite confident reading Akamatsu that he was naming like actual issues.
Yeah, it's the most real political shonen manga that there has ever been.
Yeah, that was a wild ride. It was also an interesting take on the clone situation because the whole idea was with when he puts the mask on, it does a brain scan and collects the information, and like, what is it? Every so often he compiles all of his memories into a new version of himself. Then all the clones have all the future clones have all the combined memories. Turns out in like Act 3 that he actually sent a bunch of them off to go become like physicists and stuff. I actually genuinely don't remember how that story ended.
Well, I wouldn't know because I haven't finished it.
I missed the way out. Okay. Can I just keep going down and collect the loot? Definitely thought I killed myself. Am I done breaking my ankle? Put my equipment back on.
Yeah, now you're in the rat zone.
I do have to go back because I missed something at that ladder. I thought that was the way forward. How was that not dead? How did that not die? What?
Oh, you fell. Did you fall off the bridge? Or what?
Oh, it's a jump.
Is that a mimic? It might be. No, it's not.
That would be such a
There are...
rude place to put a mimic. There's like no area, there's no space to fight.
Yeah, that would actually be too dickish.
I love this game. Back to the top. Time to get naked.
You're gonna die from the first fall.
I need to crack a human effigy to fix that.
Or just get put on the Ring of Binding. The Ring of Binding caps the health lost like 75%.
Could have done that. I need to not completely scuff this. I knew it. Any recommendation on which of the two paths I should take out of here? Grave of Saints or all the way to the bottom?
I don't remember. I do know you have to do the Grave of Saints.
Alright, so I'll go to the bottom then.
Yeah, the Grave of Saints is part of the critical path that leads to the gutter and then to the Black Gulch and then to the next great Old One boss.
Ah, you can't make that. I have to go back to Majula. Because there are 3 paths through this tunnel, apparently. I thought the ladder connected.
Actually, later on, there's an NPC that comes to Majula, and you can pay him like a couple thousand souls to put ladders in the pit.
Well, that sounds convenient. However, I'm too far gone.
Hmm. You could always go back to Lost Bastille and finish exploring it.
I don't know what I missed, man. Like, I went through the pursuer area.
Yeah, you did, but there's a whole other area. There's actually a belfry that you missed. No, I'm full of shit. You didn't miss one boss. You missed two bosses in Lost Bastille. Two bosses. Let me see. 25.
The game is enormous.
Yes, it is.
And it also feels.
To
What
me,
is
that's
this?
part of the appeal. It really feels.
You have
like
to be kidding me. I came up here for a locked door.
Yeah, it really feels like a high fantasy journey to me.
Well, that's what the director has always been trying to create. Ultimate fantasy game.
No. Well, yes, but no. DS2 feels distinct from the other Souls games.
I missed
Like, it
that.
feels more high fantasy than all the other ones to me.
More high fantasy than Elden Ring?
Souls games. The Souls games, not Elden Ring.
Well, I mean, isn't there comments from him about that, like, they've all been building on top of his attempt to make the perfect fantasy game?
That's true, but he didn't actually direct Dark Souls 2.
Really?
Yeah, he was working on Bloodborne at the time. He was.
Oh, they
he was,
overlapped that much?
Yeah. He was over, like, managing Dark Souls 2 and he approved everything, but he didn't personally directly direct the game. That was a new guy. I think the new guy also worked on, like, Sekiro and stuff afterwards.
Fucker, how am I supposed to...
Yeah, Dark Souls
How did I
2
get
is
down there
distinct.
the first time? Game is confused.
Yeah, if anything, Dark Souls 2 to me feels like Legend or Corral, like an 80s fantasy movie, more than DS1 and DS3. DS1 and DS3 feel very berserky, very berserky. Dark Souls 2 is a lot less berserky. That's kind of the most obvious hint that Miyazaki didn't directly do everything because everything isn't a Berserk reference somehow.
I can't get to the bottom from that bonfire, can I? There's no way to hit the ledge.
Yeah, check what your maximum health is.
Not particularly high, but the thing is, like, I'm missing the midpoint landing because, like, the ledge overlaps it.
Yeah, check and tell me what your maximum health is.
1086.
You know, shit, you're like 300 short. You need like 1380 or something to actually survive that fall.
Well, if I just go down the other way, the locked door.
The locked door doesn't open until you open the Shrine of Winter, which is way off.
Yeah, but the landing it gives me allows me to reach the midpoint ledge.
True.
See? Well, you'll see in 15 seconds. I like how there's just no explanation for why your inventory is infinite and weightless.
Oh, there is.
Really?
The dark sign, that's your storage space.
Oh, I did not know that.
The dark sign is a gaping hole in your flesh that you stick your equipment into.
I thought he had to dive at me. I don't understand. Movesuts. Love to learn them.
The ones with the gray gas have to dive at you.
Well, the first time that thing killed me, it dove at me. So I figured as long I was sitting there like trying to decide if I would like try and hit it before it dove or just roll away when it did dive, and then he kamikazed me.
Hey.
Dude, I really gotta buy that the ring that caps curse or the hollow health loss.
You have it. You have the ring of binding. It's the chain.
I just checked. I don't think I do. Oh, what? How did I miss that? Reading problems, apparently. Dude, it's been a minute since I've read a paperback, actually. I kind of decided I needed to, give myself a break. I've been just focusing on audiobooks. It's been fine, but it's, like, starting to get a little strained. I'll have to get back into, paperbacks soon.
Yeah, I'm really not big on audiobooks, personally. I don't think I've actually listened to a full one. I think I've listened to a single full audiobook ever.
So good for multitasking. Literally, my house would never get cleaned.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't do that. For me, audiobooks like demand too much focus.
Depends on what you're reading.
Like I
Reading
would get
fucking
annoyed
Dungeon
if
Crawler Carl. You can definitely multitask.
Yeah, it's just that if I'm listening to an audiobook, I get annoyed if I stop focusing on it. I can do like long form video essays and stuff. That's no problem as background noise, but audiobooks, I feel like I should be actually listening to it.
Or perfect dodge time. Thank God. Okay, there's a nice knight over there. Good. I came all the way down here for great heal. I can't even cast spell. Do I fight the knight? I feel like I should find a
No.
bonfire. Okay, well, that decision was made for me.
What is it? Is he attacking you?
No, I tried exploring
little-
slightly further and then fell off a ladder.
Yeah, the ladder. There should be a bonfire soon.
Am I going into
Just thought
Blight
of
Town or
it.
something?
Yeah, this is basically Blight Town. A lot less Blight though. It's
Oh, where's even the
it's a shanty
challenge
town.
then?
It's mostly dark. It's really dark.
I was starting to
There's a lot
notice that. Echo says some audiobooks can be really good for understanding the voice of the text that's supposed to be. I could not read Worm or Boris until I heard the narration. Well, also Lord of Silence, read by John present.
Mm. I don't think I could ever get into Worm.
Alright, remind me what Worm Ouroboros is. I've had that recommended to me many times.
Worm is cape shit. It's misery porn cape shit, arguably.
Oh! Worm Ouroboros is Worm, the web novel.
Yeah.
I've always just heard that called Worm. Okay.
At least I think that's what it is, unless I'm wrong and full of shit.
Jesus Christ, what hit me?
Oh no, it's possible that Akos might be referring to the Worm Ouroboros from 1922,
Yeah, that's what I thought he was.
which is high fantasy. Okay, yeah, that's correct. I've got the web novel on my brain because I keep getting comparisons.
Okay, this is... You lied to me. This is definitely fucking poison cancer.
Oh yeah, no, there's poison, just less. It's mostly those little statues. It's not toxic. That's the thing.
Thank God. At least there's a bonfire. Do me a favor and pull up the Wikipedia description of what it is.
What? The book? The book?
The Edison book.
Okay. The Worm Ouroboros is a heroic high fantasy novel by English writer E.R. Edison, first published in 1992. The book describes the protracted war between the domineering King Goris of Witchland and the Lords of Demonland in an imaginary world that appears mainly medieval and partly reminiscent of Norse sagas. The work is slightly related to Edison's life of Zamiran, blah blah blah. The Worm Ouroboros is written largely in the 16th century English, a nearly unique approach among popular fantasy novels.
Interesting. Thought he might be friendly. I feel like if I light all of these, I'm gonna summon a person.
Usually, if you light all the torches in an area, if it summons something, it's usually a red phantom, which is not the pursuer. It's kind of an invader enemy, but not really an invader. And usually they drop something unique.
Yeah, like the guy I got stuck on with in the Forest of Giants for a bit.
No, not like that. That's an NPC invader. A red phantom enemy is different.
Okay.
Yeah, those statues all spit poison. Almost all of them.
No, I that was my own bad. I wasn't worried about that. That is what just pissed me off, Zeal, in a second.
Yeah. There's also a guy in the area that drops a cool helmet. He's like on a stone ledge. He's got a spear. It's a Hide Knight. Oh, he met Trusty Mulder. That's what made him mold in the forest. Tried like 5 times to kill him. Okay, I'm gonna be right back.
Oh my God, these things hit hard. And these zones stress me out.
Okay, I'm back. Those oil pits sometimes have enemies in them.
I noticed.
I think a good comparison for Dark Souls 2 is actually Demon's Souls.
Never
feels
played it.
more like a Demon's Souls game than Dark Souls. In terms of setting, I mean. It doesn't feel apocalyptic the way the other Dark Souls games do.
Dark Pyromancy. Did I just... Okay. For a second there, I thought that... Oh, this does not look like a place...
Yeah, those jars are corrosive, they break your gear. So be very fucking careful.
Thanks for the warning. Oh. Oh, my torch does come back. Okay. I thought I just got scammed. The current audiobook I'm listening to right now is Journey to the Center of the
The original?
Yeah, narrated by Tim Curry. I don't know how I feel
that's-
about it. It's been interesting so far.
I remember playing an adventure game based on that when I was like 10.
I guess I never got told like what the method of going to the center of the earth was.
What was it?
They were going to climb down the crater of a extinct volcano.
That lines up with the movie. Huh. You know, you can break those statues.
Wait until I see how I just died.
So. I did see.
I don't even know how I can get back there to get this. I'm not sure I care. I don't remember how many souls I lost, so... It really just puts a flaming torch in his... Pulls it back out.
He puts a flaming torch into the gaping wound on his leg. Well, usually it's on the chest, but you know.
I come here. I don't know where I'm going. Haven't gone that way.
That's... I remember, that stone door is a DLC door.
I believe I have all the...
Yeah, but you have to get the DLC unlock items first.
Stuff. This is not where I want to go. I am actually... You know, this is the first zone where I've actually gotten lost.
Okay, so it's not a DLC door. The DLC door is in Black Gulch, the zone after this one. So I actually don't know what that door does.
Oh, Akko's just reminded me of something. What is up with out of print book for like major IPs? And I say that knowing full well what the answer is in this case. Why is it impossible to get Urza Saga from Magic the Gathering? Like a paperback of the original lore books of Magic the Gathering goes for like $100 last time I checked.
I don't know, boomers didn't want to put it up on fucking Amazon or also right issues. Like I doubt they still have the rights to use the cover art.
Well, the cover art, sure, but like surely they own the book, right?
Maybe, I don't know. They might have done some weird bullshit for taxes and then that they can't publish it.
But it's like the foundation of the lore. I mean, I know that they retconned everything with the reweaving or whatever it's called.
I genuinely don't know, but it's probably some corporate bullshit. It's always corporate bullshit.
I mean, I suspect it's Wizards of the Coast doesn't appreciate the lore anymore because it doesn't fit with their progressive messaging.
That also. But like, lest you forget, Neo Star Wars decanonized the entirety of Legends because they didn't want to pay royalties for books. The only reason they made a new canon was so they could avoid paying royalties. Which would be fucking nothing.
Oh, I was poisoned. Oh. Yeah, I just want to get to like one more boss and call the stream. Oh, good God, I could just go.
It's gonna take a while to get to another boss this way.
Morning. Yeah, I won't. I've gone to the Grave of Saints instead.
The Grave of Saints will lead you into the rats. So yes. The Royal Rat Congregation, which is, as it might sound, a bunch of rats.
I would love to know how I got hit there.
And the boss is a big rat with a mohawk. And if you beat him, you can join the Rat Covenant and invade people during the Grave of Saints.
I take it invasions used to be a big problem there. I don't think there's many people playing Dark Souls.
Playing and I got invaded like 3 times, trying to do Belfry Luna. So people are still actively invading, definitely.
Interesting. How many fireflies do I have?
I got a guy invading me cosplaying as a 90s psychic from a phone line called Miss Cleo. And he would only try to parry me, and then if he couldn't parry me, he would pull out the Moonlight Greatsword and erase half my health bar. I still won though, because I'm fucking good. I looked it up, and turns out the guy's been invading the same exact way in the Lost Bastille for like a year.
Some people are crazy, man. You're the guy that was logged like 7,000 hours into RuneScape in hardcore.
I can't say I'm surprised if it's a RuneScape. you're gonna die from poison.
Doesn't the bar have to fill before you start taking damage?
It did fill, and then it changes color. If there's yellow, you're still yet to get poisoned, but yours was green and red, so you were already poisoned. You will really struggle with Harvest Valley if you're struggling this much with poison already.
It was a game mechanic knowledge.
Yeah. You can also get like yeah, see there's yellow. So you're not poisoned yet.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, big agree with Echoes on DS2 lifers. Like, the loyalty DS2 hardcore invaders have to that game is just insane. And I get it because the PSP PvP is fantastic. If when it's good, it's fantastic. Especially compared to how PvP became in Dark Souls 3 and then Elden Ring.
I've literally never heard someone talk about invading.
Yeah, because it's shit. I had a lot of fun invading in Bloodborne. That was also great. Because the weapons are just so complex in that game that it's just insane. The moveset of a single Bloodborne weapon is not even comparable.
Yeah, I
It's
played
like at
Bloodborne.
least- yeah, it's like 5 movesets put into one for each weapon. Except for the Boom Hammer, which has like 2 moves.
Boom and crash, I assume. Is it boom and hammer?
Well, the Boom Hammer is a hammer, which has like 2 swings. And the transformation is cocking it back and then like setting it to explode. And the only thing that does is enhance your attacks with fire damage. So it's really, really lame and boring. It's the closest to a regular Dark Souls weapon that there is in that game. Even the basic weapons like the saw have really extensive movesets. Am I perhaps full of shit? Is there perhaps a boss already? I genuinely don't remember if the gutter has a boss. If it does, it's very forgettable.
Oh, what is that?
Bug.
Oh, there's more of them.
They corrode your gear.
Does it ever stop?
No. Oh, it stopped. Miracle.
Okay. All that for a shield. I really hope
that
I'm
really
about to
like-
get a bonfire.
Akko, is that really the case? Because from what I've heard, the problem is that Sony has the rights and the publishing rights, and Sony has the rest of the game. And Miyazaki hated working with Sony so much that he refuses to work with them again. That's what I've heard.
Are you talking about Bloodborne?
Yeah. That doesn't look like a boss. It might just be a random frog door.
What in the hell is that thing that I'm looking?
Did you find a big bug?
There's a big bug right there, yeah.
Yeah, that repairs your gear.
Oh, it repairs my gear? NPC?
Yeah. Like, just stand in the fog, it fixes your gear slowly. It also damages you slowly, but slowly, very slowly.
Fog?
Yeah.
My thing is not changing.
Well, I checked. Giant Ant Queen. Oh, it's actually backwards. Get out of the gas. It damages your gear slowly, but in exchange, it heals poison.
Okay, so I should not kill it.
There's no reason to. It doesn't drop anything.
Okay. Really use a bonfire.
I don't know. Try the frog gate. That's all I know.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a boss zone. Trust these ladders, however. And I didn't trust the ladder. Got to actually take off the...
Snake eater.
Oh! Get.
You should have some revive powder.
Gotta climb back up. Hope that buys me enough time and change weapons.
I'm pretty sure DS2 is the only only game where you actually want to have spare weapons.
Add life jump. speaking of gems. Oh, it's a fresh weapon.
Dark.
My fucking ring? My rings need to be repaired?
Yeah. And the higher tier ones have more power but less durability.
Well, I'm in trouble. Is there not a boss in there?
Sometimes they're just fake up walls. There's a bonfire to the left, yeah.
Okay. So with that, I'm going to wrap up this stream and go back to writing my zombie up because it's almost done. I've had enough dying for one day. Aksa, you want me to edit your link in the description for anyone tuning in at the end?
You don't have to.
Okay. What is it, Chernocastle? Is that what you want to point people to go find on Royal Road? Actually, I'm going to point people to join the book club server where Akaso can put his links there.
Yeah, go read Chernocastle. It's still up on Royal Road for free. It's gonna be stubbing before release.
Alright. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Yeah.